This episode has been brought to you from the DGMS Studios, home of Don't Get Me Started, Lethal and Money Live, and Surftown. Found at Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Welcome to Keith and Lee's Don't Get Me Started. Hi, I'm Lee.
And I'm Keith.
Hello and welcome to our final episode of the year, the Don't Get Me Started. Keith and I are in the studio. It's been a wet, miserable day here, but we have been busy on our lead up to our Christmas period. It's the end of the year, and we'd like to say a few things.
Yes, we do have a few things that we'd like to say because it's been a fantastic year, Lee. I've really enjoyed partnering up with you and doing the podcast and covering all the topics that we talk about, which basically is just about life and being a human. We don't touch the big stuff like geopolitical posturing and the rearranging of the world and, God forbid, conspiracy theories like everybody else wants to do. So it's been terrific. And I have found that as we've shared these topics and talked about them, that I've grown a lot as a person. I've learned so many things listening to you. And I love the fact that our friendship has deepened, which has been very meaningful to me. And I love the interaction that we've had with various people. And I've loved the interaction that we've had with our various listeners across the globe. It's just been a thrill to know that people as far-flung as Africa and Asia, the Nordic countries, and then we've got the big ones like Europe and England. And now, what's that other one on the other side of the Pacific? Oh, yes, America.
You know it, mate. They're listening to us.
They are.
It's been an absolute thrill. And as we come to the close of another year, Mully, I'd just like to thank all our wonderful listeners. Your support has been invaluable. A massive thank you to all our contributors who joined us this year on Don't Get Me Started and Surftown. Your voices have made our podcast truly memorable. Also, I'd like to express my gratitude to my co-host, friend, and all-round nice guy, Keith. Keep it up, mate. I couldn't have asked for a better partner in this journey together. Your insights have kept me grounded and inspired. So we're taking a Christmas break. But don't worry, we'll be back in January with even more podcasts and interviews. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I, for one, I'm looking forward to it. And there'll be a lot more stuff coming next year. It's been an interesting year for me. I've learned so much. The whole process has been incredible. And also our friendship has grown heaps. It's been a wonderful, challenging and exciting year. And I hope there will be many more years to come.
Well, Lee, I concur wholeheartedly and with your sentiments there. And I want to wish all our listeners a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well. And I also want to say how grateful that I am that I've shared this year our journey with all our listeners. It's just been a thrill for us to tackle such topics as do clothes really make the man, how to be a gentleman, are stereotypes real, and all those topics that we love pick and talk about. So it's just been a thrill for me to share and talk with you about those things. And looking way back over what we've done over the last 2 years, our beginnings way back then were rather rustic, if I could say it that way, rather rudimentary and primitive. So I feel that we've come a long way in our podcast. We're almost professional, dare I say semi-professional, but certainly we've grown. And we've grown that way together, so that's been good. And some of those topics that we covered back then when we were quite basic in our presentation, they were good topics, such as is humour dead, the Olympics. Another one that was good was yes or no. And these are the topics that we really enjoy talking about. And we've been able to gather from the feedback that we've received that other people have enjoyed them too. So there's going to be more of the same as we move forward into 2026. We may be tweaking a few things as we grow and as our listenership expands. I also want to thank all the listeners to our other podcast that we do together called Surftown. We've had some fantastic guests on this year, haven't we? Derek Crisp, John Ogden from Cyclops Production, Steve Cooney, who was the young star of the famous surfing movie Morning of the Earth, and Terry Richardson. Man, what a wonderful gentleman he was to talk to. And we've also had Jessica Mass, who runs the Noosa International Surf Film Festival. So these guests have been terrific. And, of course, David Bell from Crescent Swells, the surf radio. So when we have done that podcast focusing on surfing, it's just been wonderful, Lee, to share that with you.
I must admit, it's been a pleasure editing all the Surftown interviews. I've learned so much there, but the honour I feel of listening to these guys that are the giants in the surf industry, like John Ogden and all the other stories, were just amazing and incredible. I feel very privileged to hear their stories. It's been a journey and a half, Keith.
Yeah, it's been great. And the little byline that I've thrown in under the title Surftown is surf without getting wet. And it's a bit of fun in that little jingle, but when you talk to these guys and girls, you hear their life in surfing and you kind of feel the beach coming out of their enthusiasm and their love of surfing and the rich lives that they've had. And some of them have been able to support themselves through surfing one way or another. And you kind of sit there and listen and you think, wow, I'm getting a bit of history from all these people here. So that's been terrific.
You're nearly on 50. Can you believe it? 50 episodes of Surftown, the interviews, is incredibly exciting. And we're nearly on 100 for Don't Get Me Started, which is a mixture of the Men's Quarter, Noosa Now, and Lethal and Mully. There's been a few good ones, though, I thought. And I said to Keith, we should do a Christmas special like we did last year, because it's been a fantastic year.
Absolutely, Lisa. This is our Christmas special, wishing everybody the best for the season. On Surftown, let me just add, I ran into a friend recently and he laughed and he sort of waved his finger in my face and he said, the surf tales of Vladimir Boris Waxanov. Is he still riding on? And I said, yes, he is. And I laughed to myself because my friend John is one of the few surfers who gets it. He knows that it's a piss take, really, that I'm aiming at us as surfers because we can be so snobby at times about our surf and we're so earnest about it all. And here's this character who's the most unlikely surfer in the world, coming from the most unlikely country where you could ever find surf, and he kind of skips in sideways and hits the whole surfing scenario like a torpedo. You can see the satire in it, and it's been a lot of fun.
So just as a personal note, I'd just like to thank some of our guests on Noosa Now. Paul Ewing, who was incredible, Morgan Brady, Sandy Bolton, John Caruso, just to name a few. Also, as a special thank you to our mate, Michael Woodham. I can't even say his name without laughing, who joined us on multiple times and contributed to our Men's Quarter 3-part series. It was a big thing for him to come in. He wasn't prepared in the beginning, but he came good at the end. So thanks, Michael. You were a star. Also, I would like to thank the top 5 countries that have been listening to us, which are Australia, United States, the United Kingdom, Greece, and Indonesia, plus many more. Our top cities were Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, Dallas, Texas, and the Sunshine Coast. A big thank you to all who have listened.
Folks, thanks again very much for sharing the year with us. It's been an absolute thrill. We get a lot of energy out of it all. And as we've come to this point where we are right now, a week away from Christmas Day, again, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you're sharing it with the loved ones and all the people who are dear in your life, and also that the new year is one that you're looking forward to and it's going to bring a lot of great things for you, and it truly will be a happy new year. So on behalf of myself, Keith, and I'm sure Lee, who I'm sure would like to agree wholeheartedly, thank you so much, and we're looking forward to sharing the journey as we continue in 2026. Have a happy new year.
Yes, Mully, I couldn't agree more. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Christmas and New Year. We'll see you in 2026.
Hooroo.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Don't Get Me Started with Keith and Lee. Don't forget to rate and review this podcast. To see more of Don't Get Me Started, jump onto our socials, follow us on Instagram at Lethal and Mully, Facebook and LinkedIn. If you would like to be a part of the show, email us on don'tgetmestarted2024@gmail.com. Until next time.